Hey there, fellow tennis junkies. We've got a new one for you today. This is all point play based. So I'm playing with my teammate, Tyler Stafford, otherwise known as TStaff. He plays number 2 for the Hope College tennis team. And as you'll see in these clips, he plays very differently compared to Jake and Charlie. So I'm going to go and put myself up here in the top corner of the screen, and let's get started. So I'll be talking over the playing footage. You guys saw that fun little clip there in the very beginning. Just happened to hit the camera just right. So yeah, TStaff is a very aggressive player. He hits the ball super low to the ground and really deep, so you'll see that I struggle with that a lot. But I was actually really excited to play with him. He's one of my best friends, especially on the team. And he's a senior, so we'll be losing him, which makes me really sad. But he has really driven me to become a better tennis player. And every single time I play with him, I always have a blast. As you'll see in a lot of these clips, while yes, I get destroyed, I have a lot of fun. You can see I kind of joke around. We can kind of laugh at each other, and yeah, it's always a good time. So we were doing a variation of normal match play in this video, so you're going to notice that I'm serving a lot. He's actually, well, our team has the MIAA Conference Championship this week, so he wanted some more return practice, but I still wanted to play out points, so we decided to have me serve 2 games, he served 1 game. So we had that little rotation going. Plus, you guys are going to see a lot of stuff that's cut out, so you might see that we're playing on the same side a couple times. There's also no score. We weren't really keeping score that heavily, mainly because we're all just working on point play, just trying to get better, not necessarily trying to play a match. So as you can already see in these clips, though, he has a funky game style, with most notably serving left-handed, but playing right-handed. Yeah, so if you didn't notice, you now will notice he serves left-handed, but hits all of his ground strokes right-handed. He can also hit a left-handed or a right-handed overhead. So that's something kind of fun. Always makes it kind of weird to return a lefty serve, but then hit my return to a righty's forehand or backhand. So let's kind of talk about some things that I noticed while playing TStaff. So I've played him a lot. I knew his game style. I knew that we came in to just kind of iron sharpen iron kind of day. You know, we're just playing together. We're just trying to get some reps in, get some good points going. So what I quickly noticed, which was kind of interesting because I've never really noticed this about myself, but as I was reviewing the footage and cutting out all the double faults, I was noticing that as I split step off of my own serve, I'm late to react. It's almost like I'm watching the ball, and the same thing happens on my return. So as you guys will see in these couple clips from both me serving and also whenever I'm returning, I'm late on that first ball. But once I get into a point, I tend to do pretty well. But it's that first shot, I'm watching where it's going, and that's one of those things that I've always been taught to not do, and I never really knew that I did it until watching myself today, especially on my serve. And you'll notice once you start looking in these coming clips that as I hit my serve and I land, I don't hit my recovery split step, but instead I wait to watch his reaction to my serve. So as you guys have noticed, my serve is pretty big. I did cut out the couple double faults that I had in this, but I chalked that up to having to serve 2 games in a row. So my serve is pretty big, and I know that, and it's a great weapon that I have. But I was really kind of worried whenever I noticed that, wow, I'm losing a lot of these points because I'm not ready. And I've never noticed that before about myself. But TStaff really hits that return really deep. It's really flat. As you can see, his game style is a little funky. It's very flat whenever he gets it right where he wants it to go. So whenever I play up against Jake, whenever I play up against Charlie, like you guys have seen in the last 3 episodes, they hit the ball a lot heavier, a lot shorter in the court, and they play with a ton of margin over the net, whereas TStaff is a lot more aggressive. And I never noticed that until I played him today, that it's not necessarily that I'm just getting out-rallied. I mean, I'm a pretty big hitter, and I mean, I'm not insanely good, but I'm pretty good at hitting ground strokes. But it's more so that I'm late, that I'm not recognizing what's coming at me before it's too late. And I think this is something that a lot of recreational players do. And I always like to think about baseball. Back whenever I used to play baseball as a youngin', I vividly remember going up to the plate to bat, if you'd call it that back then, in the country of baseball, little league, whatever. I went up to bat, and whenever I would actually make contact, I'd get so excited that I wanted to know where it was going. And I didn't think about running first. And it's kind of one of those things in sports. I mean, people do the same thing in sports such as basketball. You see this all the time, whether that be in college, even professional, where they'll go to shoot the shot and watch it, just stand there and just, wow, look at that thing go. And I've always laughed at that because being a coach myself, I see that in my students all the time, that they're not doing the action and then continuing, but rather they're reacting to their action. And I've never thought that I did that so poorly until today. So it was really eye-opening. I'm glad that he and I hit today. And as you'll notice, I think I started to catch on later on that I was doing that, but really whenever I was editing the video down, I could tell. So that's one thing that I definitely want to take away from my hitting session with TStaff today. And it's kind of interesting because you can see that across a wide range of sports. That's not just a tennis thing. So for all of you guys out there who are tennis players, basketball players, baseball players, who knows, whatever, with the exception of bowling or maybe golf, the sport does not stop whenever you do an action. And I think that I struggle with that a lot now, a lot more than I originally realized, especially with the serve. This happens a lot with me, and the more and more I think about it, it makes a lot of sense why I lose a lot of these points so early on. And it would be interesting to go back at some old footage that I have of myself playing, but that's kind of the biggest takeaway that I have from playing with TStaff. I mean, the other stuff, I don't know, man. Like, he's pretty good. I don't feel bad about me not playing great. He and I have been back and forth. Like, it all kind of depends on the day with us, because he and I both have really small margins when we play. We hit pretty big, as you can see, and I think that a lot of it's just going to come down to how we're feeling that day, how we're playing that day. So I've beaten him a couple times. He's beaten me a lot of times. But anyway, it was a good time to hit with him. So my training this week was a little weird. So I am still a college student. Finals week is coming up, which for me, I don't have that many tests, but I have a lot of projects that I'm working on for a lot of my classes. So I really didn't get to hit that much. And to be transparent with you, I played and did all of this today. So yeah, definitely fell behind a little bit, but it's kind of one of those things that it's starting to become a habit. Like, I want to make these videos. I want to be able to see the progress, and I want to be able to work on things. And so yesterday I texted TStaff and said, hey, any chance you can hit tomorrow? I just want to play out some points. We can work on whatever you want, mainly because I just wanted to see myself in that match situation. So I think I got a lot of benefit out of it. And that's something that I want to continue working on over these next couple weeks, is that first reaction. I gotta react immediately after my action. I can't just be watching what I just did. And that's not really something that I originally thought I needed to work on. So that was really eye-opening, and I'm glad that I did it. But yeah, this past week it's been hectic with classes and assignments and team practice and all that stuff going on, but I'm happy I was able to get this video out, be able to play a little bit, analyze. So apart from that, on the diet side, I've been doing okay. I'm kind of feeling mad about it. Ebbs and flows, as they may say. But I'm starting to kind of feel more, I don't know the word I'm thinking of to describe it. As I'm on the court, I feel better. I just feel healthier as I'm on the court. I feel like I'm playing better physically. I just feel physically better. So that's something that I'm really happy with recently, is that I just feel better on the court. So definitely a lot of work to do on the things like the diet and the gym and stuff, but that's kind of a little mini update for the side projects that are going on. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, seeing some match play of me and TStaff, two big guys, big serves, big shots, and a lot of errors. But yeah, it was really fun to hit with him. I think there's a lot to take away from it. But mainly over these next couple weeks, I'm going to work on that reaction right off the return or right off the serve. And I'll see if I can come up with some drills for that, maybe for the next week's video. But yeah, in the meantime, go out and play some tennis. I'll see you guys in the next video.